Hi everybody, I'm Cheryl Forehand from the JCA. I am one of the group fitness and Pilates instructors. I am here today to teach you a mat Pilates class. We are going to use a small ball or a small towel only. And if you do not have that, no worries, you can work out without it and make any adjustments as needed. We're going to start with a nice standing warm-up. Since we walk around quite a bit, stand, wake up and stand before we go to bed, it's important that we incorporate some standing work so that it becomes more functional for us and not everything is on the ground. So let us start with our feet nicely parallel, standing nice and tall, and we're going to roll those shoulder blades back and down. Taking a nice deep breath, inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale and exhale, lower. Two more, inhale, exhale. Not squeezing, just letting them melt over the rib cage. Engaging the ribs and ensuring that they're not flared open, but nicely neutral and closed. Take a nice deep breath and lift those arms up to the ceiling. Take your left hand down to your side, letting that left hand glide down your leg as you reach over for a lateral flexion warm up. Inhale, stack back up, and over, and stack back up. Add another breath pattern as an inhale as you go over, feeling those ribs open, and exhale as you draw them back in. One more time, inhale over, and exhale back. Come up, change sides. Palm is into the body, palm faces the body. The right hand is going to glide down your leg as you reach up. You're reaching through that side of the body. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, lift over and reach and breathe, and come back up. Two more, inhale, exhale, and last one, inhale, and exhale. We're going to take those arms right in front and just sit down like a little baby squat. You should be able to see your toes. Taking the palms out to the side, I want you to open up like you're going for a swim. Exhale, scoop in a beach ball. Inhale, open that chest. Exhale, come in. Waking up the spine in a little flexion and extension. Exhale as you scoop. Two more. Inhale, open. Exhale, scoop. Last one, open and come all the way up. Hand stacked over hand. Not arm over arm, but hand over hand, so that gives us some width across the chest. At the bottom of the breastbone, rotate towards your left side. You're probably at an angle at best, and come back to the center. The head and the neck are following the ribs. Exhale. Inhale. This is thoracic rotation, not the neck. We're returning the head further, or even the arms and the shoulders. We want to get into the oblique system. And if the hips are quiet and we rotate, we will work both the anterior and posterior chain of our body. Last one, over to the right, breathe, and come back to the center and bring those hands down. We're going to walk over to the end of your mat and just make a nice transition rolling down. Arms up to the ceiling. Zip pubic bone to belly button, round over, and let those arms hang. Take a breath. Look between your legs to get that full stretch. And the neck relaxes. Stack up one vertebrae up at a time. Reach those arms up. One more. Pull those abdominals in. Let your shoulders relax. Come down. Bend the knees if you must. You're going to sit, and we're going to walk ourselves down to a nice, graceful position. Grabbing your ball, we're going to hold that ball and just tilt the pelvis back and stack back up. So when I talk about tilt, imagine this low sacrum is tucking and pushing into something. It could even be your ball. In several sessions, I've used that to activate the engagement of the low sacrum and the low transverse abdominals. So see if you can find that. And then come down a little further and come back up, nice and tall. Rock off the pelvis and come down a little further. Come back up. Rock off the sit bones. Come down to the tips of the shoulder blades. Eye gaze is on the ball as you roll up, nice and slow. 2 more. As you tuck that pelvis, curl, 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 come to the tips of the shoulder blades. Roll all the way back up, waking that spine, and come down just a little further, but not all the way, and roll back up. And then the last one, come all the way down, 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 and drop your head. Keeping your arms right over your center chest. Lift those arms straight back behind you. Inhale, lift up. Again, if you don't have a ball, perfectly fine. I'm just playing with the ball a little in our warm-up. Before we get ready to go into the hundreds. Good, and one more time. Inhale. Now exhale, curl up and place that ball between your inner thighs. Arms back to the sides, come back down. And exhale, eye gaze lands on that ball to the top of the knees. Keeping the neck and the head as relaxed as possible. You don't want to look at the ceiling nor look at your belly. You want to lower your arms so the neck and shoulders don't take over. Let them float. One more time, and exhale. Come all the way down. Let's take those arms by our side, pelvic tilt, tuck, and push through your feet and lift up one vertebrae at a time, reaching the knees away. Take a breath at the top and articulate down. So just adding a little bit more element to our flexion of the spine from the warm-up. You want to tip. You want to lift each vertebrae. Reach the knees away. Get long through the front of the body. Exhale. Articulate down, 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 down. And 2 more. Tilt that pelvis. Roll all the way up. Exhale as you articulate down. Beautiful. You have 1 more. Tilt that pelvis. It should feel really good waking up the spine. Lengthen, lengthen. Take a breath and articulate down, 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 down. Lift your heels since you have the ball here and lift both legs at the same time without the pelvis moving. Ribs are quiet. Take your ball. Let's place that ball between the ankles or right above the ankle bones. You can leave your knees here for the 100. You can take them to the ceiling, or you can take them out 45 degrees, which is where I will demonstrate from. So you have choices. Arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, curl up just like you did. Eye gaze to the ball or the knees. Legs go where you want and begin to pump. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the legs if you've got them out. A little bit more challenge. And inhale, 5 more sets. Feel free to bend if you need to, part of the way. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more sets. Keep that breath vigorous. And last one. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Bend the knees. Slowly come down. Take your hands. Thread them together, the fingers, and the thumbs will stay extended. Place that palm, the palms of your hands, supporting the base of your skull. Elbows where you can see them, and the long thumbs lengthen on each side of your neck for support. I want you to curl up and look at that ball or the knees. Take a moment to let the head get heavy in the hands. Without anything moving, you want to keep it quiet, let it rest back and get heavy. Curl up a little bit more. Hopefully you feel more in the low abdominals. Extend the legs straight out, flex and point at the ankles. Breathe. Keep your upper body lifted. You should be at the tip of the shoulder blades at the max. Point, flex, and last one, and come in. Slowly roll down. Take that ball out, drop your feet down. Extend your legs out, zip up the daylight between the legs, and flex at the ankles. Reach the ball up to the ceiling, lift head, neck, and shoulder. Exhale, roll up. And I want you to roll that ball all the way through and give yourself a lovely massage on the front of the feet. Slowly come up. Lift it up. Flex at the ankles and curl back. Find those full roll-ups for me right now. Reach back, lift the arms up. Eye gaze follows the ball. Exhale, ball rolls through your shins to the front of your feet. Flex the feet as you pull that ball back and curl back and roll back down. Give me 2 more roll-ups. Lift up. Exhale, ball lands. Roll through. Massage the front of your feet. Curl back, flex the feet. Roll down, take that ball. And last one. And here we go. And roll all the way up. And flex your feet. Now stack it up tall. Take your legs and just have them basically ASIS, your front hip bones width apart. Take your ball to underneath one of the ankles. It's going to give you a little element of challenge for stability, so we're going to keep that there as we roll ourselves all the way down. It's easy to adjust with the other foot. Find your stability. Now, the other leg goes to the ceiling. As we go into leg circles, your goal is to keep the pelvis quiet, and when the pelvis shifts, guess what else shifts? Your foot. So let's work on keeping that quiet. As we circle, it's a challenge. Breathe. This is where we're in control and nice and slow. Breathe. Breathe. 2 more. Breathe. And last one. We're going to reverse the circles. Circle and circle and circle and circle. 1 more time. Circle. Make that leg parallel. Bend and press the heel to the ceiling. Bend, press the heel to the ceiling. Little hamstring and calf stretch. And bend and straighten. 2 more. Bend and straighten. Last one, bend and straighten. Bend the knee. Let's do a quick switch over with the ball. Place it underneath the other foot, back of the heel or the ankle. Lift the other leg up. Straight up. Take that moment to say, where am I in stability? It starts at the pelvis, not the foot. The foot is the after effect of where your pelvis is. Small circle. Breathe. Breathe. 3, 2, and reverse. 6 counts. Circle, 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 and 3, and 2. Last one. Hold it. Parallel the leg, flex at the ankle, bend and straighten. That heel is reaching to the ceiling, working through the hamstring and calf. 2 more, reach, and last one, and reach. Now let's take both feet right on top of that ball, anchor our feet, reach up, lift head, neck, and shoulder, and let's roll up all the way to transition. Nice. Straddle both sides of your mat, no wider. Take your ball for spine stretch forward today. So the ball will sit in the middle, and we're going to stack our hands one on top of the other. Hopefully not lose that ball. And drop your chin. Fingertips go on the ball. You're zipping up the low abdominals, and as you dive and round your spine over and spine stretch, the ball goes with you. Take a moment. Flex the ankles. Take a breath. Slowly take that ball in and lift it up. Drop the ball down and hand on top of hand as it rolls forward. Breathe. Stack it up. Reach that ball up. Take a breath. Drop. Roll. Breathe. Exhale. Take a nice breath. And exhale all the way back up. It's 2 full breaths. 2 more times. Drop. Exhale. Breathe. Take a breath. And exhale. Come all the way up. Going into saw, playing around with the ball today. Arms out. We're going to rotate. This back arm, palm goes to the ceiling. We lift up and we're going to place the ball on the outside of the ankle. So look behind you, but then press 2, 3. Lift that ball, do a nice switch over. As you rotate, look behind you, and 1, 2, 3. Lift up, switch over, and reach. 2, 3. Reach up, and together, switch over. Don't forget to look behind you. The back arm is up, and lift, switch over, and press. 2, 3. Lift together, and back and down. 2, 3. Last set. Here we go. And reach. Look behind you. Come up, switch, out, and 1, 2, 3. Come in, move towards the front of your mat for roll like a ball. We're going to scoot forward, and the ball is a great tool to use between your chest and your thighs. However, if you don't have a big enough or a small enough ball, or there's not enough space, you don't need it. So I'm going to demonstrate it with, or you can use without. Just beyond the top of your sit bones, right here, take your hands to behind the thigh or in front of the shins, depending on how much space you have with your arms. Lift the toes up and rock back onto the back of the sit bones. Breathe for me. If you do nothing but sit here and just rock back and forth, there is a lot of deep abdominals going on. So stay there if you're not ready to do the full movement. Now we're going into the movement. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Eye gaze on the knees. Roll back and roll up. 1, 2, 3. And exhale up. 1, 2, 3. Exhale up. 1, 2, 3. Keep your body tucked and tight. 1, 2, 3. Roll up. 1, 2, 3. And roll all the way up. Place your feet down. Take your ball out. Roll all the way down. Lift your hips up, and we'll place that under the hips. I don't know that I can pass a ball under the pelvis to open up for hip mobility series. So we're going to lift one leg, flex, lower, point, lift up, flex, lower, point, lift up, flex, lower, point, lift up, flex, point, lower, and drop that foot down. With the most quiet of pelvises, lift the other leg up. Flex, lower, point, come up. Flex, lower, point, come up. Working the hip flexors and the hip extensors. One more time. And point and come up. Holding that leg there, lift the other one. Now that ball should be placed between the waist and tailbone. So the tailbone and waist are not on it. If you're in the wrong place, make your adjustments before we start to scissor. We're going to go down and scissor, and scissor, and scissor, and 3, and 2, and both legs together up top. Heels together, toes apart. Flex at the ankle, point, and flex, and point. Now we did the parallel in right after the 100 today. So now we're doing it in turnout. And you can feel those adjoining muscles, that muscular line all the way to the hip. Hold the flexed foot, feet, open, point, exhale, come in. Flex. Ensure that those ankles are directly over the hips and not towards your head. Point, come in. And one more. And point, come in. We're going to do a little helicopter today. So enjoy, try not to crash. 2 scissors. And now circle all the way to the outside, 2 scissors. Circle around. And 1, 2, circle around. 1, 2, circle around. 1, 2, last one, and hold. Bend the knees, drop the feet down, lift the hips up, and take that ball out and let it sit for just a moment. That should feel really nice, and a place that you can find neutral spine so much easier, especially as we enter the series of 5. Down by our side, bring our knees up into tabletop. We're going to do the 4 ab preps just before we did the 100. So let's repeat that. Exhale, curl up. Let the body remember what we've done. Eye gaze towards the top of the knees. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, come down. This time I want you to curl up. Take one leg out. Hand to the inside. Outside hand right above the knee. Eye gaze towards your feet. Exhale, switch. Single leg stretch. The stretch is in the hip. Extending and switch, switch, switch. 4 more sets. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And 2 more. And breathe. And last set. And both knees in. Hands to the outside of the shins. You can hug in or make it more difficult by just holding. Inhale, extend the arms, extend the legs. Exhale, circle around. Inhale, extend. The upper body is nice and quiet. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and hold. 1 leg straight up, 1 leg straight out, single straight leg stretch. If you have tight hamstrings, then grab behind the thigh. If you want to challenge, straighten the leg and be up high. Pulse for 2, scissor 2. 2 more sets. Last set. Knees together, roll all the way down. Take a moment, turn your head side by side. Don't drop those feet, leave them up. Knees over the hips. Thread your fingers like we did in the beginning. Thumbs support the neck, place them at the base of the skull. Elbows where you can see them, we're going into number 4. Exhale, curl up, tips of the shoulder blades. Head is heavy, just like we practiced. Lower legs relax, double knees. Lower, exhale, pull them up. Without touching the ground, exhale, pull. All of your energy and work should be between the belly button and the pubic bone. Breathe. Exhale, breathe. 1 more and hold. That's my prep for double straight legs. From here, inhale, exhale, pull up. Feel free to stay with the knees. Press. Keep neutral spine. Exhale, lift. Exhale, lift. Head is heavy. 1 more time. Exhale, hold. Come to parallel. Bend your knees, crisscross. Inside armpit towards the opposite knee. The elbow does not cross. We will take the same leg straight out. Exhale, switch. Lift up and switch. Look at your knees as you rotate. Breathe, breathe. Obliques, breathe, breathe, breathe. Smile if you can. 3 more sets. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Last set. Breathe, breathe. Knees in. And slowly lower the upper body. Woo, drop your feet down all the way. Extend your legs all the way out. Take your arms to the ceiling. Grab your ball. Lift head, neck, and shoulder. Exhale, roll up. Flex your feet and stretch. Going to sideline series. We're going to place the ball there. Come over to our sides. Line up along the back edge of your mat. Starting. So you're one straight line. Take the legs from the hip hinge and slide them so you're angled from the hip to the corner of the mat like a banana. The arms can be down by your ear. You can use a towel. You can come up to your elbow and keep the waist lifted, or you can take your hand behind the head. So tonight I'm going to have this alignment here and ensure that we are not hanging into the shoulder or the waist, but lifting to work those obliques. Lift the top leg, lower. The lift is no higher than that crease. Here, lower, lift, lower, so that the back doesn't decide to play or do the work for you. Lift, lower, and hold. Now, kick forward, point 1 back. kick, kick. Exhale back. Inhale 2, exhale back. Inhale 2, exhale back. Inhale 2, exhale back. Inhale 2, exhale back. One more set. Inhale 2, exhale, hold it back. Flex at the ankle. I want a heel circle. You should feel this somewhere in here in your abductors. And circle, 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 and reverse. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Heels together, toes apart. Come down all the way. Lift the leg up. I want you to bend at the knee, passe. Run the foot along the inside of the leg. Keep your waist lifted. Lift, passe, come down. Lift, passe, reverse, passe, lift up, straight down, passe, lift up, straight down, passe, lift up, straight down. Now take those legs with the front leg forward and that other leg back. We're going to take ourselves up and place that ball right under the ribs, somewhere there, so we can do some side sit-ups. So this is my great challenge side. We'll all be in this together. Lift, lift, breathe, and 3 more, and 2, last 1, come down, take that out, come down, bend both knees. Those knees are right in front of the hips. Lift your ankles up for clam, find your waist. Open, press. Now I want you to imagine that you're pressing against something imaginary. You're using that energy of resistance, and keep checking that you haven't lost your neutral spine. And press. Now one more, and press. Now lift it up, no higher than the hip, and imagine you're trying to push something away. Press. Even use your hand for a moment to give the brain some connection, and press. Wake up those abductors, yes? 3, and 2, and last 1. Bring it down. Now knee to knee, toe to toe. You're only moving from the hip socket, and toe, and knee, and toe, and knee, and toe. One more set, and toe. Leg out, top leg. Reach over. You can find that ball and just stretch your body. We're going to leave that ball at the corner. We're going to come over to the front of our body, and we're going to do a little dart today. So forehead is either resting on a towel, or you can have it just rest for a minute, and then we're going to hover. Taking your hands behind you, palms up. Heels together, toes apart is preferred. However, if you have compression in the low lumbar and that bothers you, take your legs out a little wider, okay? Just release that for yourself. Lift the heart. Eye gaze should be towards the front of your mat, not to the wall in front of you. Take care of that neck. Lower back down. Lift up. Lift the arms. Lower back down. Head and arms. Lift the legs. Come back down. All at once. Lift. Come back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. This time, lift and hold. Pump, 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 pump. 4, 3, 2, hold. Let's add an extra. Heel beats. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, hold. Come all the way down. Lift all the way up. Just the arm pumps. Pump, 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 pump. 4, 3, 2, hold. Heel beats. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, hold. Come down. 1 more set. Lift up. It's not high. And pump, 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 pump. 4, 3, 2, hold. Heel. 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, hold, and down. Ooh, that was good. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Come back into a little child's pose. We're going to grab that ball, go into a little thigh stretch. So from here, the ball can be between your knees, Or if you like, try this today. Place it underneath your ankles, right there at that groove to the shin. It might give you a deeper thigh stretch. If you have a towel or a roller, that works extremely well too. Arms out in front, lean back. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, come back. Exhale, come up. You should feel the front of the thighs. Inhale back, exhale up. Inhale, hold, reach the arms up and lower. Lift, lower, lift, lower. One more time. And come all the way up. Beautiful. Flip off those legs and off we go to the other side. We're going to lie ourselves down. Line ourselves up against the back edge of the mat. Hold that ball for just a minute to the side. Hand position is yours. I'm going to the elbow today with the lift of the ribs and not hanging down or shoulders hanging. Lift. Bring my feet to the front corner from the hip crease. Lift to this crease, lower, and lift. This gives you time to find your lateral side. Notice the foot is not turned up or turned in. I have it neutral so we can get in the abductors. Hold it. Keep the waist lifted and hold. Kick for 2. Point 1 back. Inhale 2. Exhale back. Inhale 2. Exhale back. Good. Inhale 2. Exhale back. Inhale 2. Exhale back. Last one. Inhale 2. Exhale back. Hold it back. Flex. Heels circles and circles. Keep the waist lifted. It's easy to get comfortable and hang out. And reverse. And circle. And circle. And circle. Hopefully you're feeling all of that. And 3 and 2. Last one. Come down. Lay your head all the way down. Make sure that ball is still close by. We're going up, passe, toe to the inside of the leg. As you drag the leg, that's the passe. Up, bend, slide down. Up, bend, reverse passe. Pull up, reach up, lower down. Bend in, reach up, lower down. One more time. In and up and lower down. Now we're going to take the top leg over and the back leg back in a cross. You're going to come up and find that your ribs will be supported by the ball. Find a great place. It's challenge for side sit-ups. And lift, lift, lift. Breathe. Not fast, but controlled. 2, last one, come down. Reach all the way. We're going to grab that ball out, come into a nice 90 degrees. Knees to hips, waist lifted. Feet up for clown. We're going to open and close. Imagine this ball or something is there and you're pressing it. So use that connection with the brain. Find that. Press. Good. 2 more. Press. Last one. And press. Now open and imagine something sitting on top of the thigh and you have to push it away. And just that little tactile should wake those abductors up. Yes. And press. 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 Press and hold. Knees closed, feet down. Internal rotation, external. The hips don't shift. You're moving the thigh bone in and out of the hip socket. And 3, and 2, and last one. Good. Take that top leg, reach all the way over. Very nice. And now we're going to roll ourselves to our backs for our bridge series. So find that place where we started, neutral spine, nice alignment of the knees to the inside ASIS bones, and the feet aligned into the knees. We're going to take our palms down, Open up the front of the chest and lift up for a flat back bridge. Take a breath at the top. Start to melt your breastbone. Then draw the ribs towards each other, and that will give you more access to the middle back as you articulate and make space between each vertebrae. That is our goal. And lengthen down to neutral spine. Lift straight up. Take a breath. Articulate down, 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 and lengthen. 2 more. Lift straight up. Exhale, come all the way down. We will be transitioning into single leg bridges in just a moment. But those of you who may not want to do that tonight, you may just want to continue what we're doing. So you have that option. Your legs will come a little closer to each other. Lift straight up. Your goal is to keep the pelvis lifted. Feel those gluteal folds. Feel the hip open, and don't allow that to drop as you lift a leg straight up. Now, as that leg's lifted, I want you to bend the hip of the other leg and push up with the heel. Down. Add push with the heel. Down. Push with the heel. Down. Push with the heel one more time. Hold it. Lower the lifted leg and come up. Lower the lifted leg. Feel free to play with the ankle if you like. Hold it, bend, and lower down. Take a breath, keeping this quiet. That's a challenge in itself for everything you just did. And come down. Ooh, that should have woken up one of your glutes. Now we're going to go to the other side. So come up, lift straight up. Other leg. Now the leg, the foot that's on the floor, I want you to just give me a little drop of the hip. Push through that heel as you push up. Down, push, down, push, down, push. One more time. Use that heel. Hold it. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. One more time. Lower and lift. Bend, keeping the hips equal and quiet, and articulate down. Ooh, 1 vertebrae at a time. Lengthen those legs all the way out in front of you. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. Lift your head, neck, and shoulder, and roll all the way up, rounding your spine for a lovely stretch. We're going to go right into pull-ups. So arms to the back. Hand position, whatever's comfortable for you at the wrist. Lean, nice long from the hips to the top of the hips. Feet are pointed, turned out if you prefer. Lift straight up. Sit back down. We're going to do this without the leg lifts first. Lift straight up, come back down. One more time. Lift up, and if you want the leg lifts, lift and lift. Same leg. One more. We'll make it interesting. And sit back down. Ready? Other leg. Lift. 3. Lower. 2. Lower. Last one. Lower. And sit back down. Lovely. Take your arms over. Flex your feet. Give yourself a really, really deep stretch, dropping the head. Whew. Take yourself up towards that corner of the edge. 4. Lift, lift. Open leg rocker. Legs are out. Rock off your tailbone and sit bones and stack up. Get water as you need. I'm in need of some. And hold it here. Now we're going to lift a leg and lower. Lift and lower. One more. And hold. Curl, eye gaze on the feet. You can stay here rocking back and forth or join us. 1, 2, 3, roll back. Exhale, come up. 1, 2, 3, inhale back. Exhale, be sure you stop and get water as needed. 2 more. Roll up. 1 more. And roll up. That is a modified version. If you want the full version, extend the legs. We'll do 4 of these. Keep your eye gaze on the knees. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. And hold it and stick it. Bring the legs together, bend the knees, extend, flex, and reach. From here, roll over to all 4s. Hands, wrist under the shoulders. Good. I want you to round your spine and lengthen. Start your rounding from the pelvis. Tuck through that pelvis, not the head, and extend. Keep your head and shoulders quiet. And lengthen. Good. 2 more. And lengthen. Last one. And lengthen. Tuck your toes. Come up into a nice downward dog. Those elbows are going to be close to your ears. You want to avoid hanging the head. Let your body come down into a full plank. Come back up into a pike. Walk your hands where you need to. Come back down. Lift back up. Exhale, come back down. 2 more. And up and down. Last one, pike up. Again, ears by your arms. Lower your heels. Lift. Take a moment to look at your feet and heels and see how they're tracking. Are they tracking in line to the center of your ankle, to the center of your knee? Heels lifted, walk. This is a good time to connect your eyes to what your body's doing versus what you might be feeling. Lower both heels, walk your hands in, come up, let your head hang, let your arms dangle. Take a nice deep breath. Slowly pull those abdominals in, stack up your spine, 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way up, 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 and we're going to roll our shoulders back. Finishing with a standing cool down, heels together, toes apart, zipping the daylight, if we can, out of the legs. Standing up nice and tall. Reach those arms up, turn your palms away. Let those hands rest, palms right behind you. Turn your head to your left. Breathe as you turn your head to the right. Take your head to the center. Take your left ear down by the shoulder with your arm relaxed. Feel the breath expand that tightness through the opposite side. Lift your head up, go to the other side. Let those arms relax. Feel that stretch and keep the eye gaze straight ahead. Notice if you're turning the head. And come back up. Roll those shoulders back. Let's take the arms out. Open all of your fingers wide. Gently grab a hot ball. Let them go. Grab. We're at a point today where we're on our phones. We're sitting at technology quite a bit. And our fingers to our neck are important. And they don't get all the movement they need. 1 more. Hold the fist. Rotate around the wrist. Notice the elbows don't bend. It's wrist rotation and reverse, 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 and hold. Bring your hands down, palms facing the floor. Letting your fingers float down, 1 at a time. Return. Float, 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 and return. Float, 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 and return. Float, 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 and return. Shake it out, shake it out. Roll those shoulders back. Check again and make sure nothing got tighter. Hopefully just a little looser. Hold those shoulder blades down. Turn your head to the left. Turn your head to the right. Thank you for joining me this evening. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Come, work out, come see us again, and until next week, be safe, be well, have a great week. Thank you.